Next is muscle structure. So when we talk about muscle structure here, we're talking about the larger, like gross anatomy. We're talking about looking at it, what you can see. All right. So for muscle structure, there are three kind of words here that are in bold, right? We have, let me get my highlighter going. Oh, it hates me. I'm not responding. Don't even know if I'm recording. I'm recording, I think. Did I come back? I was frozen. All right, I'm back. So we have these words right here: endomyosum, perimyosum, and epimyosum. All right, and then they are here. So epi is on top of, endo is in between, and peri is going to be before the endo. All right, so how we look at this, we have our, actually no, peri is going to be in the middle. So epi is on top. Epimyosum is going to be connective tissue that wraps your whole muscle cell. So when we look at our muscles in the pig, when we separate them out, you're kind of separating it out to the epimyosum level where you're going to be around each muscle. If you like feel a muscle, right, when you feel the whole body of the muscle, you're feeling like the epimyosum is what's keeping it all together so it doesn't shred. All right, and then next we have between that, the perimyosum is next. Now, perimyosum is going to be a membrane that covers your fascicles. So that's a word you need to pay attention to. A fascicle, right here. Your fascicle is going to be this right here. This bundle of muscle fibers is called a fascicle. All right, so a bundle of muscle fibers is a fascicle, and that's going to be bundled by your perimyosum. And then lastly, inside that fascicle, you have every individual muscle fiber. See them like this? And these muscle fibers are wrapped by endomyosum. Okay, so see how I had these out of order, I don't know why. But epimyosum is going to cover the whole thing, right? And then we have perimyosum, which is between, and then we have our endomyosum, which is inside. All right, so the endomyosum is going to cover your actual individual muscle fiber. Right here, it shows it here, and it's saying it's between muscle fibers. So it's going to be this in-between area. I want to actually write with a pen here so you can see it. And let me use a blue, some weird color. This area right here, that's around all of these. So how I describe it, when I think of it in my head, all right, a muscle is like a can, okay? And the can, like a coffee can, let's say, or a bucket, okay? That would be my entire muscle. And within my bucket, I'm going to have paper towel rolls. Okay, so think of a paper towel roll. And within my paper towel roll, I'm going to have straws all within my paper towel roll. So my bucket would be like this. This is the bucket, B-U-C-K-E-T. That's my bucket. And then within my bucket, I'm going to have paper towel rolls, which would be like this. A paper towel roll would be like my fascicle. Okay, and then within my fascicle, I'm going to have my straws. This would be a straw. Ooh, I'm writing right off the screen. Let me try that again so you can see it. S-T-R-A-W. So my straw would be my muscle fiber. And now each of those, like let's say our bucket has a label on it, that would be the epimyosum, the label on the bucket. And then our paper towel roll, that outside area of the paper towel roll, right? The paper towel roll is the fascicle. And then that outside area would be the perimyosum. And then the endomyosum would be like the straw wrapper on the straw. Okay, and we'll get deeper into it because actually within that straw you actually have kind of like coffee stirrers, little lines, and that's going to be all of your actin and myosin would be those lines, and that's where the contraction actually happens. So do we get that? Bucket, paper towel, I'm going to actually do it the other way. Bucket filled with paper towel rolls that are filled with tiny straws like a single finger, and then in there is going to be coffee stirrers. Kids last year made it. I think I might have an example somewhere that I can dig out. And lastly, our skeletal muscle attachment. Okay, so our epimyosum is going to blend seamlessly into some connective tissue, and the connective tissue will then attach it to the bone. And in this picture right here, it shows right? That this is the muscle right here, the trapezius is the muscle, or here we have the bicep is the muscle. And see how it blends right here? Right here, it blends right into this tendon, or this big sheet of white here is called an aponeurosis. So an aponeurosis is a sheet, a tendon is going to be like a rope. And the function of the tendon or the aponeurosis, it has three parts. It conserves, it anchors the muscle, first part. Second part, it provides durability. So sometimes it crosses like your bony areas. Like look at all of this right here. In the shoulder, see all these lines are tendons, right? And they're crossing where the bone is going to touch because muscle is delicate and it would rip. These aren't, all right? Tendons and aponeuroses are not, they're connective tissue, all right? So that's going to be the second function. Third function is it conserves space. So if I took a little area like this, like my pen, right? And let's say my pen is going to be like the head of the humerus. I could connect a whole bunch of little lines to this. It's not just one big fat muscle, right? So you can have more connections to one area if you use your tendons, right? Aponeuroses are not going to save a ton of space because they do muscles that are big and flat like that. That's not saving space, but it's anchoring the muscle better than a rope would. Do we get that? So these are your notes for this section. We'll go into microscopic structure on the next lecture, and then the last lecture will be muscle contraction. All right, if you've got any questions, write them down, bring it in tomorrow, and we'll talk about it. Bye, guys.